Hi, I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com. Today we're going to make keto pasta noodles. These pasta noodles are really great. I use them a lot. I usually make a double batch. Today I'm just going to make a single batch for the purpose of this video. They can be used just like you would any other pasta noodles. You can even bake with them. You can put them in a soup. They're super sturdy. So let's get started, and don't forget to hit subscribe. So there's only a few ingredients needed for the pasta noodles. We are going to have 3 tablespoons of pork rinds ground up. I grind them up myself, and I'll link you to the video where I show you how to make your own crumbs there. 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese, just the regular kind like this. 4 tablespoons of cream cheese, 3 eggs, and that is it. There's no flour, no almond flour, nothing like that. It's super easy. I'm going to start with the pork rinds in my little food chopper here because I want to get them a little finer. They're kind of chunky. And I'll put the other dry ingredients, the Parmesan, in there. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to add the 3 eggs, cream cheese. Let's just see how that looks. I'm going to give it one more spin. You can also use a blender for this, just a Magic Bullet or any type of small blender. Okay, so once you have your batter made, you can get out your pan. What I like to do is put the batter on one of these silicone mats. This is called a Silpat mat. You can get all different kinds of mats. You can get them from the store or Amazon, wherever. I'll put a link to this one down below. This is not like regular pasta batter or dough. This is very thin. And the idea is you want to spread it as thin as possible before baking. I have put my oven onto 350 to heat up while we're doing this part. Just carefully pour it into the kind of the middle of the pan. And it kind of spreads out a little bit naturally anyways, and I help it along. I tilt the pan a bit. And then just kind of spread it out. I'm using an angled spatula, I guess it's called. One of those ones that you use for icing a cake. You want it nice and thin. It will, when it's baking, it will puff up a little bit. So that's why you want to spread it as thin as possible. Trying to get it right close to the edge. I don't want to go over the edge, but just on the edges. That looks pretty good. There, and now we'll pop it in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. What you want to look for when it's baking, check it after 8 minutes. You want to see the edges just start to brown slightly, and they'll lift up a little bit. You'll be able to see it when I bring it out later. But this sheet of pasta is ready to go into the oven. Okay, oven is ready. We're going in for 8 minutes. All right, so that's out of the oven. And I just wanted to show you what I was talking about before. So if the edges are starting to turn brown like that, then it's ready. So I'm gonna just let this cool down for a couple of minutes, and then I'll show you how to roll it and slice it into pasta noodles. Okay, once it's cool to the touch, you can just lift your baking sheet right out of the pan. Put it where you're going to work, and then you want to slowly, it should release quite easily, but you want to slowly peel it off, just like so. and then lay it on a surface where you can cut. So here's where I usually roll it up, and I am going to roll it up, but I just wanted to tell you first that if you wanted to make lasagna noodles, you could just cut right here, and what you would do is you would cut them about this thick, and just like that. Then you can layer them in a pan and make lasagna. But what I'm going to do is make just regular fettuccine type noodles. Now, sometimes I take off these little brown edges because they're crispy and not really pasta-like. So you just roll it up like a jelly roll. It might crack around the edges because of the browned stuff, but that's okay. Just ignore it. Okay, so once you have it rolled up like that, then you just slice them as thick or as thin as you want them. These bits on the end, you can just get rid of them, feed them to your dog, whatever. Speaking of feeding to your dog, so I don't think I mentioned that these noodles are 100% carnivore as well, the way that I made them today. I have a different version on my blog. Well, I have this version too, but I have another version on my blog, and I'll link them both down below. One is a noodle made with psyllium husks and eggs and cheese. It's pretty much the same as this. I actually can't really tell the difference between the two. But I then throw them into Tupperware container, just like this. And then whenever I want to make some soup or a pasta dish, I just pull out how many I need. They are super sturdy. Like, you can boil this in a bowl of soup and it'll stay together, and you can bake it in a casserole and it'll also stay together. They're amazing, actually. So in my next video, I'm going to actually make something with these. So look for that. It'll be out in a couple more days. And there you go. Keto pasta noodles, carnivore pasta noodles, 4 ingredients, super simple. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe.